dear Capricorn. This is a love reading, a prediction for Gemini season, May 20 to June 20, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So, when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you're identifying yourself as an empath, you're usually also on this side, even if you're a cross-watcher. Okay. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Taurus season that is up, or you can check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click my little Queen of Cups icon to get there, and also click the headline of each playlist to see all the content that the playlist contains. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. And so now I'm opening your deck here, and I see the Empress together with Ace of Cups in the reversed. So it might be that you have given up on someone, that you don't feel love for them anymore. It might be actually a good feeling to have finally maybe lost connection with someone that you have wanted to lose connection with for a longer period of time. But it might also be that you're in a relationship and starting to feel like you're not as interested in your love partner that you were before. And we're going to investigate why this is. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we have Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So, why this is, okay. So, Two of Swords is some kind of logic decision that we have taken, that is you wanted to overrule your emotions. And it might be that you want to find a new partner. So you don't want to love your old partner for some reason. Or it might be that you are feeling that your partner is in some way juvenile, or not putting enough effort into the relationship with this little page here. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And we see the Hierophant here with the Ace of Cups still in the reversed. So I'm going to find out what that's all about. Is Ace of Cups in the reversed thingy, even with the Hierophant. So might be a husband or a partner that you feel some loss of love for. So find balance. So I'll read this card for you, so it will help guide you about this. Two of Pentacles. Pentacles there. So it's the Psychic Tarot for the Heart guidebook and deck. Cope, multitask, breathe, and you may find that matters of the heart require extra effort at this time. More and more demands may be placed upon you, requiring you to juggle your attention. Family gatherings, school commitments, requests for assistance, and other obligations may arise within a short period of time. Just breathe and remember to be flexible. Adapt your approach to each situation at hand. Know that you have the ability to keep everything and everyone in balance. And you may be called upon to play the role of mediator. This is a time for compassion and understanding, and you are up to the task. Work with people individually, giving each position equal consideration. Help all involved to understand another viewpoint and find middle ground. Finally, in order to maintain balance, you yourself must be in balance. So it's vital that you take time for you. And I believe that this might be what we see here. Loss of love can also be kind of exhaustion, that we don't have the energy to invest love in our relationship because we have been juggling too much and maybe having too much responsibilities. And it might also be, here we can see a mediator and two people. So it might be that you also feel drained because you always need to keep two people apart or keep them in harmony, or that you need to see to that they are not clawing their eyes out of each other and things like this. So it seems like you have a lot of obligations, and both the Hierophant and the Empress is Taurus energy, family energy, value energy, money energy. So it might be that you're trying to keep a family together and feeling more and more drained, so you don't even remember why you still do this. And it can also go for a relationship. Maybe you are doing all the work in that relationship and you're wondering, why am I still doing this? So I call the 6 elements, maybe I already said that, and here we have the 2 High Priestess with the Strength card. So it's something that you know that you should do, but you're not doing it. It's something that might feel selfish, but it actually is self-preserving more than selfish. So the spirit guides have already told you what you need to do to regain your balance and regain your compassion and empathy for other people. So it's probably in some way helping you, putting boundaries around you. It's something where you might need to be a little bit sticky and say no when I don't have the time. And so the High Priestess can be a little bit grumpy sometimes, particularly when she's in the reversed. So you need a little bit more of the grumpy energy to be able to have of the loving energy. Okay. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in here for a few seconds to you and your situation in Gemini season. Okay. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and it's the 4 of Wands in the reverse. So I'm feeling this repelling energy again, that the things that made you happy before might make you irritated at this point. So take more time for you, lie in silence, somewhere where you can enjoy, a quiet time and your own breath, and maybe be able to meditate or take a walk, or like really settling down your energies. Because it's like you are on the brink of exhaustion, and this is going to drag a lot of other things with it. When you fall, other things will fall, because you're keeping a lot of things together at this point, maybe a little bit too many things, so you need to also delegate. So if you feel like, oh God, what a mysterious temper I have today, I can't stand the things I normally can stand and I'm yelling at people, it's because you need this private room here. And this is the past bottom of the deck, or the old bottom of the deck, and we can see here that you have definitely been overdoing something that you shouldn't have been doing, that have hurt your system in some way, and you did it out of love. You tried to be loving and the bigger person and nice and compassionate and take care of other people's feelings and so on, but it has taken its toll on you, most definitely. And it might also be that you are in some kind of unfair relationship where you have given too much and the other person hasn't given enough at all. So this is your thoughts, or what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And this is their situation. And the situation in in your relationship, and this is what's on their mind about you. This is your feelings towards them, the bond between you two, their feelings towards you, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome, and their behaviors and attitudes. Okay, so we'll start with the situation here. yeah, go figure. So it's the Two of Pentacles again, and it comes in the reverse. So it's too many balls in the air for you, too much things that you need to do here. You have like a tight schedule and you have too many like balls in the air. So you're going to drop one sooner rather than later. And it's better that you free willingly take down the amount of tasks that you need to do on a day-to-day basis. Make a list of all the things that you usually do and see what can, wait. You don't have to do it maybe every day. It can be a lot of things that you are doing to keep up appearance. And maybe appearance isn't the most important thing at this time, but actually your health is important. You don't want to weaken your immune system by running around like crazy and doing a lot of things, or weaken your patience, so you will start to chop off heads on people to right and left that doesn't really maybe deserve it. They just need maybe directions for how to help you better and how to relieve some of your chores. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind, and it's the Seven of Cups in the reverse. I'm feeling really tired when I'm holding this card. It's like you don't have the energy to try to figure out what's going on with them anymore. It's too complicated, or they don't really tell you. They might lie about things, or they are not saying the whole truth, so you have to piece together small pieces of information to try to get a bit bigger picture. And this can also make a person exhausted if we always need to be on very high alert to try to make sense out of the situation. You can't make sense out of the situation, and it might be that you don't fully trust this person. Maybe you have your reasons. It's a lot of illusions that you feel, a lot of things that they have said or done that was a little bit strange. And even if you might have asked questions, they might have answered in an understandable fashion that could be true, but you're still feeling that something is off. And this is what's on their mind about you. And we have the Four of Swords in the reversed. So it's like, I'm feeling almost like this person have a secret. So they're trying to hide it from you, so they don't want to. It's almost like they don't want to send off waves of energy, so you will be able to read what it is that they are up to. It doesn't have to be a betrayal kind of thing. It can be that they feel inadequate in some way or something else. So is this person keeping a secret, and if so, what's the secret? And we have the Star card, and it's about healing and breaking chains here. So I'm going to read this card for you. So, peaceful healing energy surrounds you right now. This is an ideal time to bring healing to your relationship and realize your hopes and dreams. This card could be presenting itself to ask you, isn't it time for forgiveness? Understand that no human being can ever be perfect. By accepting this, you're in a position to forgive yourself and those with whom you're involved. Forgive freely and without reservation, as blame and resentment are heavy weights to bear. By forgiving, you feel a weight lifted from your shoulders and become enveloped by deep serenity. You also give the gift of serenity to the other person. Don't just offer forgiveness, also offer your love and thoughtful insight. Open non-judgment dialogues with others, sharing what you learned and how you're grown. By doing so, you're encouraging others to practice forgiveness. With hope for the future, relationship can blossom. Please know, too, that by forgiving yourself and embracing a hopeful spirit, you also invite new relationships into your life. At the same time, be willing to receive the blessings that others have to offer you. Be open to their insights and guidance. Listen objectively to what others have to say and act upon the guidance if it feels right for you. Be receptive to divine inspiration as well. It surrounds you at this time. Heal yourself, heal your relationships, and be at peace. So what I'm feeling is that they are hiding something from you, that they are ashamed over, and they are in the process of trying to deal with this internally and come to terms with it, come to peace with it, and so that they might be able to share this with you later on. It might be that you have a disconnection and are not on speaking terms, and if that's the case, it seems like they are blaming themselves, and they don't feel maybe like reaching out at this point because they feel like they are not good for you or good enough for you, or that they would do the same stupid thing again. And if you are in connection, it's probably that this person have done something that they are not proud over, and they're trying to come to terms with it inside of themselves before they let you know. So it can be like a random of possibilities, that someone on their place of work might have told them that they are not happy with their work, and they don't want to share this with you because they want to be seen as they have their shit together. So it can be a thing like that, or that they have gotten a ticket from the police, or it's something which they are ashamed over, and they are trying to come to terms with it themselves. So it might be that this person is very preoccupied with their own stuff right now, and they might have been hard to reach out to or get in connection with, or they are like lost in some thoughtful landscape where they are not any real use to you. So it might be that this is the reason to why you are overburdened, because this person has gone like inside themselves and cocooned a little bit there, leaving a lot of responsibilities to you. But it's because they're going through something, and that is making you kind of being left with the aftermath of them being incapacitated because of their nervous energy that they are holding. So it's almost like this is almost like poltergeist energy, when you wake up in the morning and you have your face to the ceiling. So that kind of, shocking feeling, not, waking up in the morning and immediately remember the stupid thing that happened, and trying to deal with it and trying to not maybe share this with any other person. So I can't know exactly what secret it is, but it will be very different for different people. So this is the bond between you two, and it's the Magician. So it's communication, and that seems to be the key here. I don't think you communicate particularly well at this point, but communication could be the solution to a lot of your problems. So if people could be more vulnerable and open and actually tell how the other person, how they feel like their situation is. It feels like you are lost in your headspace, and I'm trying to help you so that you can figure out what it is that you're figuring out, and I'm doing a lot of stuff here. But maybe it would be also more helpful for you if you could come out of your head and at least go and wash the car. So that could be one thing. And this other person could actually come and say, hey, I have something that happened to me and I'm ashamed of it, but I feel that I want to share this with you. So try to not say I told you so, and I want to have someone to lean on. I don't want to carry around this burden myself. So this could help if we could have some communication happening here. Okay. This is a good energy here. It wants to kickstart something. It wants to make a progress or an improvement. So this is your feelings, and 8 of Wands in the reverse. So you don't feel up for talking to them at all. Maybe throwing some cups or glasses at them, or shut the door in their face, or break your phone when they are calling. So I think it comes because of this exhaustion, and that you have felt like they were hiding something from you, and that often when we feel like this, it can sometimes be worse in our head than what it is in reality. So, for example, let's say that you're sitting next to your partner, and they know the different captions in the movie, what's going to happen in the movie. And you know that they haven't seen this movie before because they told you so. So you confront them with, have you seen this movie before? And they get red-faced and they say, yes, I saw it with, our friend the other day, and I didn't want to tell you because I knew that you wanted to watch this movie with me. And your first thought was that, they saw this with another love interest, and you immediately get very nervous. And here you have been nervous for so long, or like high-strung for so long, maybe with carrying the burdens of this person in your own life, that you have totally lost patience with them. So you might not even want to hear what they want to say. So this is their feelings towards you, and they want to carry it all alone. But the divine is kind of advising you to get over yourself and try to communicate about this. Okay, so I see you have a hard time. What's going on with you? And maybe pressuring them a little bit to reveal what it is that's happening to them. But they're trying to be strong and carry this alone and not burdening other people. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And yeah, we have seen this before, the Ace of Cups in the reversed. So you just want to take a forgetfulness pill and forget that they ever existed and have them out of your life and rewrite the story that they were never even in it because you're so tired. That's what I'm feeling. You're so tired of this. And you don't even want to love this person anymore. Okay. So you're acting rather like you don't love them anymore. You're not interested in what they have to say, or you're not paying attention. If they sigh or act a little bit like a martyr, you just frown your face and walk away. So you have very little empathy or compassion for this person at this point. And you're entitled to feel like that because it feels like you have carried a heavy burden for a long time. And it's not even your burden. It's something you have carried for someone else because they couldn't carry it alone, and you have supported them and maybe be a little bit codependent to them, and you knew that they were lying and you were helping them covering up their own lie for you. So being very polite in that situation. So ignoring that you noticed that they have seen the movie before, for example. I think you have done those kind of things a lot of times. Or when they say something rude or something inappropriate, you have pretend that you didn't hear it. But now, obviously, you have had enough. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. And, they seem more ready to come out and, communicate with you eventually what it is that have been burdening them. Maybe not so much what has been burdening them as what they want with you in the future. So they might have processed a lot of things that they have been through or thought of, and now they're ready for some kind of reconciliation or some kind of forward movement together with you. And I guess they need both this alchemist here and the magician to be able to make you trust them again, or overcome your deep resistance that you have for them because you don't trust them anymore, or you don't feel them to be the right match for you, or that they will ever be able to fulfill your needs or be anything of use to you whatsoever. So they really need this energy to make you kind of come back to them or engaging them once more. So we'll see the outcome for this situation, and we have a 5 of Swords. And I'm thinking it's you not being super happy with how they try to approach you, or maybe that they're approaching you at all. So it's this head shopping thingy that we see here. So see what you're advised to do about this temper of yours at this point. That card, darkest fears. Well, it's really comes from you have held back your fears, what you really felt when they said those things, or when they were hiding those actions from you, and you kept your mouth shut and you just save it. But all the fears are still there, all your questions, all your deepest fears what will happen with the relationship or with you, or how they will treat you badly or not respect you or be disloyal. And I think you need a deep heart-to-heart conversation about this and what you have seen. So maybe make a list of that too. The different occasions when this person have hurt you or being confusing in some way, and where you haven't said anything, and what you would have wanted to say in those situations. So even if there's a disconnection with you and you can't talk, even if this is advised, you can say this loud to yourself. I noticed in that situation when she came home that she was smelling of another person's perfume. And I never asked about it because I felt like it was all in my head and I was making up things about this person. But I became from that moment more and more unsure about their loyalty towards me. And so it can just help to just either write it down or even voice this into a voice recorder on your mobile phone, because this can be very therapeutic. Or the ideal situation is, of course, if this person is actually here, ready to hear you, what you have to say, and come with good answers and explain why things were looking in the way they were looking, and reassure you that it wasn't your deepest, darkest fears. It was actually just them not wanting to tell you that they were going on happy hour after work or whatever, and they didn't sleep with anyone, but they had a beer with their friends. So what's this person going to do? Daydreams and decisions. 7 of Cups again. It's something inconsistent with this person that they are having the problems with solving. It seems like they got the grip, but then it just slips out of their hands here. When people are this confusing, it's very easy to give up on them. It can be that they are explaining one thing in one way one time, and then the next time they're explaining it in another way. It can mean that this person is straight up lying to your face and don't remember their lies. It can also be that they are kind of covering up a thing that they are hiding even for themselves. So it's something that they are deeply ashamed of and they don't want to admit to it. When you cover up something like this, it becomes a big shadow, and this shadow will be very inconsistent, and it kind of wants to be revealed. So a person that wants to hide a secret can do a lot of stupid things that will reveal the secret, because secretly they want to be exposed. So I'm going to see if we can find some help with this. 7 of Cups here. Swords. Yes, okay. Cups. Okay. 7 of Cups. When this card appears, it often means that there's a certain amount of confusion and uncertainty regarding your love life. What is it that you really desire? What would you like to change or attract? You have many options in front of you if you will only see them. Do some daydreaming about possible futures. Have fun. It's through your fantasies and imagination that you transform your desires into reality. No, I don't see that. Sometimes it's like the person wants to, they want to have some greener grass. So they kind of try different options for their life and see if this is what they want, this is what they want, this is what I want. But I don't see that kind of energy with this person. I'm mostly seeing this hiding away. So I'm thinking it's this person might be in disconnection from their emotion and not really know what they want, or if they love you or not, and that has been draining you, so you don't know that anymore either. So you also feel like, well, I don't know what I feel. I don't know if I want to be in this situation. So it seems like you both are pestered with some confusing energy that seems to match like your wounds. This person can't be consistent, and you can't trust a person that's not consistent. So it's like your demons are, your shadows are marrying perfectly to create like a wonderful cascade of heartache and sorrow. And this card is classical for, it's the alchemist process when the yin and yang meet and start to be kind of mixed together like this. So when you are mixed together, and we are usually attracted to someone that holds the key to our shadow. So it will be like a demon dance here. And we are actually attracted to what we fear. And that is creating for very interesting relationships. But interesting relationships that can bring out our pain to the light, fresh out to the light, so we can see it and heal it. So even if this person is super annoying, they are actually helping you to bring out things that you have, that you are fearful of, but you have stoically trying to cope with it or rise above it, and not maybe throw your uncertainty onto other people. So I think you rather, it's like this, you tolerate them, you tolerate them, you tolerate them, and then one day you are gone. So, for example, you might believe that they are unfaithful, and you don't ask them about it, and you just, maybe you ask one question or two, and then you back off, even if you are detecting that they are lying. So you're thinking, okay, you just silently judge them from afar a little bit, and then one day you just decide, okay, so I'm not trusting this person, and I'm just leaving, I'm just falling out of love here. You don't even communicate with this person that, no, I don't believe you, because this is the inconsistency. Because I think you also fear conflict, or you don't want to be obnoxious, or you don't want to, steal someone's feeling of self or self-respect, so you don't want to pick on them. But that is also making you not able to get answers on your questions. So you can't build trust together with this person. You get more and more into that state where you don't trust them, to the brink of you walking away. And this actually seems like a perfect moment to face those fears, and the fear of being maybe too dramatic and nagging on them and demanding answers and other things. I think you need to demand some answers and get a little bit of this stagnant energy out on them. So because it's stagnant because you haven't communicated, and if you would communicate, you would be able to see what it is that's drawing in these flies. Okay, so it's something that's hidden or rotten underneath it all. And I'm thinking it's this person's self-esteem, to be honest, that they hide their true self to such an amount that no one can trust them, because no one knows who they are. They themselves doesn't even know who they are, and they can't stand up for who they are either. So there's a lot of problems here, but it's not unresolvable. It's actually a situation that can be resolved if each one of these people are ready to see their own darkest fears and the things that they try to avoid or don't want to reveal. So if we go to where we are, we don't want to go. So for example, I don't want to be obnoxious. So we go to the point where we are obnoxious. And I don't want to reveal that I'm not as good as they believed. And then we go to that, oh, okay, I will reveal these things that I have been hiding because I feel like they will fall out of love with me if I told them, and then they will tell you. Probably you will love them more for being themselves, and you are now falling out of love with them because they are not showing their true self. So it's a perfect situation to see your own wound and deal with it in a way that you haven't been able to deal with it before. So, okay, I hope this helps, and thank you so much for watching. And if you like my content and want to support my channel, you can do so not only by watching, but also liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing my videos. You can also donate to my channel through the link in the description box, or make Google donate by clicking my ads or watch them for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. That is keeping my humble revenue up so I can still free up time to make content like this for you on this channel. So thank you so much in advance, and I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers, and your amazing comments make me feel like we are all one. And until next time, take really good care and bye-bye.